Day 503. Day ratings is 7. It was a Marvel movie day, so wearing the Marvel gear. It's a fun little shirt. I kind of like the ones when they have the pictures without all the faces, but they just have kind of the mouth in there, right? Or just the head. It doesn't have to be like the eyes and all the details. Black Widow, Cap, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man. I can't remember if there's someone else in there. There might be someone else in there. I can't remember. And today, start with running 5 miles with my buddy in the morning. Doing great. And then, what else did we do? Came back, got to work. Work was okay. Had to do extra work today because someone was gone again. And then no meetings. But apparently they got donuts. And they may have said something in the morning. I was late. I don't know what had happened, but the road was closed to get to work. I don't know if it was about a quarter mile. It was just down to one lane, and so it just slowed traffic down a lot. And so I texted the manager and I was like, I'm kind of stuck in traffic. I don't know what's going on, but I can't get onto this main street. Like, wait, thanks for letting me know. So I think I clocked in. It was 20 minutes late, but I noticed when I GPSed in the morning, because there's 2 or 3 ways that GPS will take you depending on which is the fastest route. And one of them, or the route that it had me on, just the time kept going up and up. I'm like, why is it going up? It was it first like 8:03, it's like 8:07, 8:09, 8:11, 8:15. I was like, what is the deal? And then right before I got off the freeway, I could see it. Like, this is not good. And again, I couldn't make out what happened. I just had it closed down in one lane. That was not a great start. Then clocked in, was getting the smoothie ready. And I had spilled some of the smoothie before I even left, so I don't have a cup here, but what I had filled up, maybe this will work. It's about this length and height. And I put that much in. I mix it with fruit, protein smoothie, like a protein powder. And then I also had that, oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me. I had, I keep saying wheat or granola, oats. It was the berry oats again. I mixed that in there. And then the fruit, I just kind of spilled out, and about the same amount that I would put in the smoothie. So I'm short 1 extra smoothie this week. So, well, whenever I make it, the bag will be empty that much sooner. But it was really weird because I filled it up here, took it to work, put in some cold water there at the fountain. I say it's a fountain, it's like a little dispenser that chills the water out or heats it up too. And I was just sitting in there, and then 2 of the girls were in there, and they're like, "Oh, was that this blender smoothie?" Like, yeah, it got it as a gift, and it's been working pretty well. The only bad thing is, I said that it's such a taller cylinder, so it's like this. It's about the same height too. And I said the blade's just on the bottom, and it's a small blade, and so you kind of have to get it and tilt it to the side a little bit and let it mix, because a lot of times it'll mix till about here, and then you see all the frozen stuff just sit up here and not get blended in. So you have to turn it a little bit and then go on this side and then shake it and then turn it upside down. Do all these little tricks to kind of get all the fruit mixed in, but still on the go. It's a great little blender, great little gadget. Excuse me. But then I was getting the water in, And I was not wearing a tight shirt or anything. It was just a casual shirt. And then one of them comes up to me and is like, said something about like the health because I had a smoothie. And I was like, I'm terrible at breakfast, so this is just helps me get nutrients and protein and calories in for the morning so I can keep, so I can not crash later. I said, okay, well, yeah, I'm bad at it too. And they were kind of looking at the thing, the blender. Not this is the blender, but if that was a blender. And then I was just holding it, and they said, oh, look at your muscles. And I was like, what? And she's like, can I touch? And it was like, so like a little grab touch. And I was like, really shocked. I don't know. It was a weird moment. I don't know how I feel about it. Really, it doesn't feel work professional. I guess is probably the best way to say it. I mean, it could have been worse, but I just was like, more of excuse me, and I just froze for a sec, like processing. It was that whole loading. We see the wheel when the wheel's spinning. It was like loading, loading. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And I walked back to my desk. But that was kind of weird. But then everything else went fine with work. Clocked out, came back, played with the pup a little bit, took her for a little walk, got ready for the movie. One of the friends bailed out about 45 minutes before we met up, so I wasn't too thrilled about that, but I don't know what had happened. So I just said, okay, let's get a refund, not a big deal, and we walk in. And I tried to play a joke with my friends. I was looking at my phone, I was like, oh, hey guys, I think I got the wrong tickets. Does anyone have trouble seeing the Minions right now? And really, I told them I got tickets to the movie. I didn't tell them that it was an IMAX, and so I was kind of hoping some kind of little fun experience where they're like, oh, the screen's bigger, it sounds better. Oh, it's because we got tickets to IMAX. But it also says IMAX right in the front door when you walk in. So, didn't get the effect I was going for, but they got it was a joke. And then it was kind of a weird thing too. We sat down. The movie's supposed to start at 6:15, and they were already playing the trailers, and the lights were kind of on too. And so I thought it was one of those just theater promotions where they just start talking about some other movies, but it's not too important. It's just behind the scenes look, and they do a couple of small interviews type thing. But they were doing full trailers, and I was like, your watch says 6:13, right? And like, yeah. And it's supposed to start at 6:15, not, and it's already at least a trailer or two in, right? Like, yeah, but it's kind of weird. But maybe they're starting it early now, and then the extra movie starts at 6:15. So, I don't know. I'm just making sure I'm not going crazy. But the movie was fun. It was definitely what I heard someone label it a space opera kind of a thing, space pirate opera, something like that. So it definitely has a little bit of that feel. I can see where they get it. There's some funny jokes in there. The story's really good. I don't know if it's my favorite Thor. I think I probably like the Thor Ragnarok. It's probably one of my favorite ones. But this one's still good. This one's still fun. Had good action. Had good story. Had some cool characters that popped in here and there. I'll say that without ruining anything. But yeah, I don't know what to say. There's a couple moments that happened that I didn't think were gonna happen, and then there was some definitely play on moments where the story put in a joke, and the joke kind of kept going and building, and got funnier, which I kind of enjoy those jokes, so that was good. And I thought that there was maybe like a 2 minute scene where just the cinematography appeared really well. It went like a black and white scene, and then something else happened to cause only just a little bit of light to happen, and it just looked really cool. I thought it looked really nice as a movie. I was like, wow, just really taking it in. You kind of lose track of the story that because the scene's so magnificent, I guess you could say. And after that, we chatted for a bit. My buddy had just moved, Raj, from California. He was from here. We went to high school together. He was in California for, what did you say, 7 years? And he came back. And he just got back a week or two ago. So it was like, hey man, good to be back. Glad you're here. You don't have to fly out, in and out all the time anymore. Chatted for a bit. Talked about his situation, kind of how he ended things over there and got here. A little bit crazy story, but he's fine, he's good. And then we went our separate ways. They had eaten before the movie, and I got popcorn for the movie to keep me awake. And not that it was a bad movie, it was just normally I have that little crash period when I get up so early. Around 5:30, 6 o'clock, I always just start winding down, especially with the lights. If it's cold, I take a nap. I just can't help it myself. So, thinking if I get popcorn, I'll be awake, and afterwards I'll go get In and Out. I did. In and Out was okay. The fries, I think, were a little bit crispier than they normally are. So that threw me off a little bit. But then came back, walked the pup, and I'm tired. I'm in bed. It's 11:20, so a little bit. The goal was to get in bed before 11. I've been in bed. I've just been doing the social media thing, looking, scrolling, swiping. But there is a cool thing I found. There's this guy, I want to figure out who he is, but he says, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, 4 cups of coffee, and a effing dream. Let's do this. And he's so excited, and I want to see what the original video was. But I hear it and I listen to it again and again and again because I just love hearing that whole kind of against the odds, but I'm still making today a great day because it's going to be a great day. And I can make it. And I've got goals. I've got a drive. I'm determined to get there regardless of what happens. You kind of get all that in such a few words. I love it. So my little small social media task for the week, I keep trying to find it, and I hear it and I'm like, okay, is this the original? Is this the guy? I'm sure he's got at least another video up somewhere. I just don't know where the original started or what it's called. But that was pretty motivating alone, just that little nugget. And of course you see people stitch it or apply it to other videos. But pretty cool. And I really like ending on that. So call it a night there. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.